Hello, friends. Welcome to my new series of Azure Machine Learning and MLOps. The series is starting from today. I would like to explain various things that can help you understand just not Azure Machine Learning, but also nitty-gritty of data engineering. How can you play with data, starting from data massaging, data cleaning, predictability, building, deploying, and maintaining models associated with them. With this, our goal should be how to bring Azure ML into the realms of Dynamics 365. How could you use Azure ML to understand customer and vendor behaviors, products and inventory trends, calling them from Copilot side chats, or even from MCP servers? My kind request is to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and watch the video till the end. Next question that lurks in the mind is what is Azure Machine Learning all about? Azure Machine Learning is a comprehensive cloud based platform for building, training, deploying machine learning models. It provides extensive tools and services for data scientists and machine learning engineers to manage the entire machine learning life cycles from data preparations to model deployment and monitoring. Obviously, it comes with a lot of features end-to-end machine learning life cycles, flexible model building, automated machine learning, model deployment, model management and versioning, integration with Azure ecosystem, scalability and performance, and MLOps support. We will be going through all these features in practical examples as we are going to deep down in the rabbit hole of MLOps, celebrating its huge bounty of capabilities. There are so many ways to create an Azure ML workspace, creating using our Azure Portal UI, using Azure CLI, using ARM templates, Python SDK, and Visual Studio Code. Let's start. Azure Portal. So in we are going to go to portal.azure.com and let us search by typing Azure Machine Learning. So this is going to prompt and we are going to click on this prompt and we will see like we are going to get this window where we can create a new workspace. So this is how we can create this is the UI option whereby you can create an Azure machine learning workspace. So I have already selected a subscription and I need to select a resource group. So I've already have created a resource group beforehand. I need to give a proper name. So I'm just giving a name like this. And obviously, as you know, it's going to validate if this name is a correct one and if not has been used already in somewhere else. I'm going to select a proper region. So regions should be chosen wisely for obvious reason. And I am going to select a keyword. Keywords are basically, as you know, these are containing the essential secrets and various sensitive information that you need to use in your workspace. So either you can create a workspace you can create a keyword or you can already use an existing one. An application inside is also needed, so whereby you can store information regarding the various monitoring details. And container registries are Docker related information, which you might optionally need it while creating the Azure Machine Learning workspace. I would be clicking on inbound access, which I'm not changing anything. I'm selecting this for all networks. I'm not selecting the disabled ones. So now outbound access, I'm also selecting for public. So and encryption, I'm also not changing anything. In the next tab, identity, this is important. Like you can select the storage account access type as credential based access, or you can select identity based access. So I am selecting credential based access and storage. After that, I'm going to the identity type, which I am I'm creating it as a system assigned identity, not as a user assigned identity. This is needed so as to make your Azure Machine Learning workspace be accessible by other resources. So once this is done, I am going to click on Review plus Create, whereby this is going to do a lot of reviews, a lot of validations, and find out like if something is amiss or not, if everything is fine. So once this is done, I'm hitting Create, and this is going to take a while to get this created.
And all right, we can see like our resource for Azure ML Studio has got created successfully. And this is how it looks like. Like I have the resource group, my location, subscription, and storage details are right in place. And I can also find out additional settings like activity logs, access control details like access control IAMs, and let me close this quickly. So this is going to get loaded, and whereby I can find out access the various kinds of role assignments. I can do various kinds of role assignments out here, like because I have already been turned on our system assigned role assignments. If you remember, we did this while setting up the this workspace. Additionally, I can find out if any tag is there. I can also create events. I can also set up various kinds of additional settings. Monitoring application insights is also there. So based on this, so this was one option by using UI. Second option we are going to take a look is by using Azure CLI. So let's go to our PowerShell script and see how it works. And with that, I am launching my command prompt, and we are going to use command prompt to communicate with Azure CLI. As let us start by checking the version. So version could be checked simply by asking a very simple command like AZ version. So if I ask this, and let's wait. The system is going to show me the CLI version, the CLI core version, the telemetry version, and extensions, and all these details. So, which means that CLI is already present in my system. Additionally, you can install the ML extension to your system if it is not already present. So this is the command from that. So AZ extension is the ML extension for CLI is going to be installed because of this prompt. I am not installing it once again because I have already installed that. So once you have installed this extension, next you need to connect to your tenant ID to your Azure subscription by providing your Azure tenant ID. And the prompt for that is like this, where this tenant ID you have to provide the tenant ID from your Microsoft Entra ID when you are creating an app registration. So I am just pasting my tenant ID right out here, and allow me a moment. So let me copy and paste this quickly. Clicking. And let's hit enter now, and let's see what happens. So this is going to make my Azure CLI get connected to the tenant which I have provided, to the tenant ID which I have provided. So I will select my account with which I want to connect to my Azure portal. So I'm selecting continue, and this in turn is going to prompt on my on my Microsoft Authenticator, asking for further details, and which I'm going to confirm, and this is going to log in. And this is further checking out my details. So it's going to take a couple of more moments. Okay, so here I'm selecting use another account because somehow it's not listed. Okay, and it's asking for my password. So I'm finding my password. Okay, and then finally it's showing me the tenant with which I was trying to log on. So once this is done, yeah, and one more thing, like basically it's going to select, it's going to choose the default directory which you have set in your Azure portal settings. So by default, this is done, and then it's asking like which of the subscription that you want to take. So I'm going to select the first one in my case. So I'm basically when I've given that, it's showing me like with the new Azure CLI login experience, you can select the subscription you want to more access, more easily learn about it on this Microsoft Learn URL. So this is done. Now I am going to create a Azure ML workspace using the CLI command prompt. So I am before that I'm going to create a resource group, and if the resource group is I don't want to create a new resource group, I can wish to use the existing one. That's also fine. But in our case, I would like to show you how you can create a resource group using the Azure CLI. So I am just copying the command and I'm giving a resource group a name like this. So let me change the resource group name as Dave1 or G like this. I'm giving a name and the location I'm selecting as East US2 and I'm hitting enter. So this essentially is going to create a resource group. Let us allow a couple of moments to get this created. Yes, and this JSON prompt, this JSON response shows the that it has got correct created successfully. Now, what I will do is that I will use this resource group to create a Azure ML Studio. So to do that, the command for this is, let me copy the command and let me use the resource group which I just created. So I'm just pasting the command out here and okay, I am just so this is the resource group which I just created. So and this is the name of the workspace. So let me give a name like this, new, and the group hyphen G means the group, and hyphen L means the location. And if you use this command, this is going to create a new workspace, a new studio for you. Okay, so this is going to take a while, and let's pause it till the time this comes back with a response. And after a while, the workspace got created. As you can see, like if I scroll down, scroll up a little bit, so you can see like these are the details of the deployment. Deployment request was accepted, creating the key vault, creating log analytics, creating storage account, creating application insights. All this, the logs are coming up in my command prompt, just like the way we were doing by using UI. So, and finally, once the workspace was created, finally this response came up, which showed me, which gave me all the details of the workspace that got created. So, how can I see this? So, if I switch back to my portal.azure.com's blade, we can find out. So, let me go there quickly. And yes, this is our workspace which got created under this resource group, which we also created from Azure CLI. So this is how you can create a workspace by using UI or using an Azure CLI. I'd also like to show you how you can create the same using an ARM template, Azure Resource Manager template. So let me go back to my CLI once again. The command for ARM is very simple. So you need to, as usual, you need to provide the group name and the resource group which you are going to use, and the name of the deployment. You have to give a name of the deployment, and then you have to give a workspace name, which I'm giving the workspace name as example workspace ARM, and the location as East US2. But here there is a catch that you have to use a template URI, which in our case, I'm taking a reference from Microsoft's GitHub user content, which is a publicly available GitHub repository. I am using that JSON body and I'm passing that as a template. So what is that? I can take you to the definition and you'll be able to understand what is happening. And yes, so this is the GitHub repository schema that actually I was talking about. And this is what I am going to use. So I have a workspace name, I have a location, I have an identity type, I have a metadata. All these parameters I can pass on while calling this template URI. And this in turn is going to create the uh, immense workspace in our Azure portal. So let me take you back to our command prompt. And with that, let me hit enter. So this is going to take a while to create this workspace, which I have supplied this workspace. And this is going to make use of the template URI, which I am passing on, and the resource group and the name. So let's wait till this operation gets over, and it's showing as running. So let's wait till the operation is completed. And it's over. So it's showing a huge tapestry of the JSON response with a lot of dependency and injection details and other all the other important factors and all the nitty gritties that I have supplied. And yes, my workspace is ready to be used. So let me take you back to the Azure portal. And as expected, it has correctly created the studio, Azure Machine Learning Studio, with the correct resource group and with the correct location. So, with that, let me conclude today's session. And in the next session is going to be much more interesting as we are going to delve deeper into the Azure Machine Learning Studio and would visualize various capabilities that it can do and various models and various data handling as well as the other things that are related to ML studios. And requesting you to please try these exercises at your end and let me know how it went. You know how to reach me. I'm always available on the below handlers, and you are always can reach me on LinkedIn messages also. And don't forget to like and subscribe as I have always requested you. And with that, signing off for now. Much love and namaste, Subhash.